Good morning and happy Sabbath. 各位弟兄姐妹们，早安，安息天快乐。Welcome to Loma 的 Chinese Church Live Stream. 欢迎各位弟兄姐妹来收看罗马尼的华人教会的现场直播。So in the beginning of our program, we are inviting Hui Ling and Anna to lead us for the song service. 那么在我们节目要开始的时候呢，我们邀请到慧玲跟安娜为我们带领我们唱这个开会诗。谢谢慧玲跟恩娜所为我们带来的这个开会诗。We want to thank 慧玲 and Anna for the song service. 现在我们有香路弟兄来为我们做一个特别的诗歌。And now we invited 香路 to have a special music for us.
Above all powers, above all kings, above all nature and all created things, above all wisdom and all the ways of men, you were here before the world began. Above all kingdoms, above all thrones, above all wonders the world has ever known, above all wealth and treasures of the earth, there's no way to measure what you were. Crucified, laid behind a stone. You live to die, rejected and alone like a rose, trampled on the ground. You took the fall and thought of me above all. Crucified, laid behind a stone. You live to die, rejected and alone like a rose, trampled on the ground. You took the fall and thought of me above all, like a rose, trampled on the ground. You took the fall and thought of me above all.
Good morning and happy Sabbath again. We want to thank Brother Xiangru for his special music. 要再一次的跟弟兄姐妹们说早安，安息天快乐。我们非常的感谢香路弟兄为我们带来的这个特别音乐。My sermon is titled COVID-19 and Anxieties. 今天我要为各位讲的这个题目是新冠肺炎与焦虑症。As the COVID-19 issue is getting more serious, people begin to develop the anxiety and depressions. 当这个新冠肺炎的疫情越来越严重之后，许多人就开始有了焦虑症，还有这个忧郁症的这样的这个现象。You know, it is estimated that half of the adults in the U.S. today reporting high levels of anxiety. 那么根据统计呢，现在美国差不多有半数以上的成年人都得到了这个焦虑症。What are the things that people are anxious about? 那么人们到底在焦虑哪一些事情呢？ Some of the business owners, they closed their shop and they are anxious. When can they start their business again? 有一些这个做生意的人呢，他们因为他们的店面都必须要关了，他们很担心说不晓得什么时候能够重新开。Some parents, they have to stay home to homeschool their children and they're not getting used of it. Children might feel even bored for facing their own parents teach them every day. 那么有一些父母亲在家里呢，教小孩子做功课呢，他们可能已经是不习惯在家里教孩子，孩子们也觉得说父母亲当他们的老师呢，当得很烦了啊。Some of the seniors, they might be worrying that they cannot meet with their friends for a long time. They are being isolated. 那么有些这个长辈呢，在自己的这个老人公寓里面呢，可能没有办法跟其他人见面呢，觉得非常的孤单啊。And also, people worrying about the economy, their finance, since there are so many people are going to be laid off. 那么呢，有许多的人呢，他们认为说，他们这个经济上面呢，也会有很多的困难，因为在这段时间呢，有许多的人他们没有工作啊，失去了工作啊。And so then, you know, the anxiety, this problem is not only people in general, but this anxiety also attack on those who work on the medical field as well. 不单单是说是一般的人经历这个焦虑的现象，连从事医疗工作的人员呢，也开始有这种焦虑症的这个现象哈。So there is a doctor in the emergency department in New York, one of the hospital in New York. 那么在纽约呢，有一家医院有一个这个急诊室的这个医生哈。So this doctor, Loma, she said that her colleagues were putting in the 18-hour shift of the work in the hospital every day. 这位医生他说，在他们的这个医院呢，他们的这个医生在那里值班呢，医生还有这些护士呢，他们的工作小时是一天18个小时。So, except the time that they're working for 18 hours, the rest of the hours they just lying down and sleeping on the hallway. 然后呢，除了他们这个在执勤的18个小时工作的时间之外，剩下的时间他们全部都是在 睡在这个就是医院的走廊这边And because there's no more room for the patients， 因为呢，在这个医院里面已经没有这个病房可以给新的病人了。Although the ambulance still coming, but there's no more room for the new patients。那么这些虽然这个救护车一直不断的在送一些新的病人来呢，整个这个医院再也没有这个房间了And so Dr. Loma Breen, she's 49 years old. She worked in the emergency room and she was rescuing so many COVID-19 patients。那么这位医生 Loma Breen 医生呢，他在这个急诊室呢，一直在那里抢救许多这个新冠肺炎的这个病患But eventually, she herself also got infected by this COVID-19。然后最后，连她自己都得了这个新冠肺炎So then she had to, be quarantined。然后她自己呢，也必须要就是被这个隔离了And so she got quarantined for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, she tried to get back to the work。然后她自己被隔离了2个星期之后呢，她也再度回去的，试着要去工作。But this time, instead of 18 hours, the hospital gave her like the 12-hour shift。但是她再回去医院之后呢，医院就没有再给她18个小时的这个值班，是给她只是1天12个小时而已However, still she burned out, she was stressed out。然后呢，这个医生呢，虽然是只有12个小时，比之前好很多呢，但是他已经是这个精疲力尽了So then the hospital just tell her to go home. So she has to go back to her own home in Virginia。所以这个Loma Breen 医生呢，他就因为医院告诉他说你只好回家，他太累了，叫他回家，回到自己的老家去休息。他就回到自己的维吉尼亚州的这个夏洛特威尔的家里But during her rest in her own home in Charlottesville, she committed suicide last Sunday。就在她在自己的家里休息的时候呢，上个星期天，她却自杀了。Her father, also a medical doctor, described about his daughter. He said his daughter was a hero。这个医生，他的父亲也是一个医生呢，描述到自己的女儿说呢，她是一个英雄。And I believe she's the hero to fight for the COVID-19 and rescuing so many patients。我也相信他父亲所说的是对的，他就像是一个英雄一样，拯救了许多得到这个新冠肺炎的这个病人But after she died, the local chief police officer, Chief Brackney, he wrote like this。当他死了之后呢，夏洛特威尔的这个警长布拉克尼他就这样子说He says personal protective equipment PPE can reduce the likelihood of being infected。他说这个虽然保护个人的这个装备，这个 PPE 像什么这个面具啦，许多这些东西呢，虽然可以减少让人家感染的机会 ，but what they cannot protect heroes like Dr. Breen or our first responders against is the emotional and mental devastation caused by this disease。但是他说呢，这个装备呢没有办法能够保护到像是这个自杀的 Breen 医生，或者是任何一个在第一线工作的医疗人员，因为他们从对抗这场疾病当中所造成的心灵上的冲击所产生的伤害呢，最后呢还是去寻短见But in fact, Dr. Breen's suicide case is not the first case。事实上，这个 Breen 医生他的自杀的这个案例不是第一次因为之前的前一天 ，because just one day before Dr. Breen committed suicide, another medical workers, John Mondero, he is the EMT, emergency medical technician, 24 years old. He just committed suicide one day before Dr. Breen。那么呢，一位这个在急诊室帮忙就是运送病人的这个急诊救护车医疗人员孟德洛呢，他也在Breen 医生自杀的前一天呢，他也自杀。Same reason because they are all overwhelmed seeing so many patients die in the hospital every day。因为他们在这个情绪上呢，没办法能够承受这个打击，在他们的眼前看到这么多的人一个一个的得到这个病呢死去。 So Mondero, he used gun to shot himself at the side of the river near the hospital. 那么这个孟德洛呢，他也就是在布林医生要自杀的前一天呢，也是开枪，他是开枪在河的旁边呢打死自己啊。You know, the American Psychiatric Association president, Dr. Bruce Schwartz, he warned that if this pandemic continues much longer, the impact on Americans' mental health could become much worse. 那么这个美国的心理医生协会的这个会长Bruce Schwartz 医生，他警告说如果这个疫情继续的扩散的蔓延的话呢，对于美国全国的人民的心理上的健康会造成更严重的这个影响And this is the reason why I chose this topic of COVID-19 and anxieties this morning. 因此呢，我今天早上选择这个题目，也就是叫做新冠肺炎与这个焦虑症。What are the things that we are anxious about? 我们在焦虑的是什么事情呢？刚才已经讲过，说有许多这一类的事情这个没有生意，没有收入，不晓得怎么个照顾孩子、老年人的孤独感等等So the things that we have just mentioned, people are anxious about: no more business, worrying about the financial, the income, stay home with kids, don't know how to handle, and even the isolation for the seniors. 但是我们第一个，我们的重点，我今天要分享的就是我们必须要把我们所焦虑的事情的重点呢、视线呢给转移。So the number one point I'd like to share with you is that we have to shift our focus away from the anxious things. Some times ago, I had my work. I have to do that by going to Los Angeles, by going to downtown Los Angeles. 那么前一阵子呢，我有这个工作必须要去做呢，要到这个洛杉矶的这个城里面去So I was driving on Highway 10, almost coming to the highway. The highway is almost coming to the downtown Los Angeles. 那么呢，我开这个我的车子呢，在高速公路10号上面呢，就快要到达这个洛杉矶的这个城里面的And as my car is getting closer and closer to Los Angeles, the car is starting to have this heavy traffic. 当我的车子呢越来越接近这个洛杉矶的市中心的时候呢，我的车子就开始经历到这个严重的这个堵塞这个塞车And eventually, my car cannot move anymore. 最后我这个车子呢连动都不能够动。So I'm kind of starting to feel anxious and frustrated. 那我就开始呢有这个焦虑就开始就是心里就是很烦躁And as I was looking around, all other drivers nearby me, 我就开始看看就是别人的那些开车子的人，他们的脸上的表情是怎么样子的And as I see all their facial expression, they were all anxious, angry, worrying, and frustrated. 我看到他们的表情呢，都是那些充满这个烦恼、焦虑、愤怒，不晓得该怎么办And at that moment, I pray to God. 所以那个时候呢，我就花时间跟上帝祷告。And as I prayed, suddenly, God has reminded me about one Bible text. 当我在祷告的时候呢，突然间，上帝就提醒我，上帝就让我想起来一个圣经的章节And it is on Psalm 121, verse 1 and 2. 那这个圣经章节就是在诗篇的121篇的第1节跟这个第2节So the Bible says, I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help comes from? 圣经说，我要向山举目，我的帮助从何而来？My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and the earth. 我的帮助从造天地的耶和华而来。So when I thought about this Bible text, I thought about maybe I should look up my eye to the hill, to the mountain, and then maybe I should have looked at myself from God's point of view to look at what am I doing at this moment. 所以当我想到这个圣经章节的时候呢，我就想到说，也许我必须要把这个眼睛呢放在从这个山上来看我自己从这个上帝的视野来看，说我目前在处于什么样的一个处境。 And then I thought about if I just put my eye on the high sky to look at myself in this traffic, how would that looks alike? 我就想到说，如果说我把我的眼睛呢，从很高的这个视野呢往下看的时候呢，我看我自己在这个下面在车子里面呢焦虑的时候是什么样的一个情况 ？And it reminded me that 2 years ago, when our whole family, when we moved from Maryland to Los Angeles, we were riding on the airplane. 然后我就记得说，这个2年前呢，我们从这个马里兰州搬到这个加州的时候呢，我们当时这个乘坐这个飞机 ，and as the airplane is getting closer and closer to Los Angeles International Airport, I see that from the window, from the airplane, I see the building and all these like the houses. In the beginning, it was smaller, but later on it became a little bit bigger and bigger. 然后我就记得从这个飞机上面看到呢，这个所有的这些这个建筑物呢，还有这些这个车子呢，本来是很小的，后来就变得越来越大。And then I saw all these people that looks just like a little ants. 那我看到很多这些人呢，在街道上呢，就像是这个蚂蚁一样哈。And when I was able to look from that point of view, I thought that I was able to see the whole vision of how busy people's life are. 那么当我从这个上面来看的时候呢，我就想到说，从上面我们可以看得很清楚，说很多人都像是这个蚂蚁一样的在忙碌。And you know, brothers and sisters, often when we are busy in our lives, we can only focus on the things that we can see just in front of us. 当我们就是在忙碌的时候呢，我们的眼睛的焦点呢，就只能够看到自己眼前这个忙碌的生活。And we cannot have this perspective of seeing the entire life, and we are just worrying and anxious about what we have to resolve in our own current moment. 当我们就是在焦虑、忙碌的时候呢，我们的视野，我们就没办法能够看清楚整个的这个人生，只能够就是很焦虑的看着眼前，我们没有办法能够处理的这个事情啊。So as I thought about that, it helped me to see that why do I have to use my own perspective to see the things in my own narrow way? 当我这样子想到的时候呢，我就想到说，我为什么只能够用这个很狭窄的视野来只看自己眼前的事情而已呢？ So then I decided to, continue to think about God's view about our own life. 那么呢，我就从这个上帝的这个视野来想想看，从上帝的眼睛，从上头来看我的人生是怎么样一回事。So then it helped me to be relieved. 之后呢，我就觉得我的心情就放松很多了。And as I finished my work on that day, I was driving back from Los Angeles all the way through the San Gabriel to Loma. Then I saw all these beautiful mountain range from the San Gabriel body on my left side of the Highway 10, all the way, the mountain range is continuing all the way to the riverside to San Bernardino. 然后呢，当我从这个洛杉矶开车子回来的时候呢，我就看到说好像整个这个在我的高速公路10号的左手边，从圣盖博 San Gabriel 那边的山脉呢，一直延续，一直到我们这边 San Bernardino 这一带哈。Then it reminded me that I can continue to see this beautiful mountain, beautiful sky. I can see the nature. I can see the beautiful creation of God. 我就在一边开车的时候呢，我就可以享受到说，上帝所创造的这个大自然是多么的美好。So it helped me to have a really good mood when I was driving back. 所以当我开车回来的时候呢，我的心情就非常的愉快啊。It's not like intensified in downtown Los Angeles anymore. 就不再是这个好像在洛杉矶城里面呢，感觉到就是好像很紧张、很焦虑的时候的心情一样的啊。So, brothers and sisters, when you are many of us living in this Southern California, especially in this like a Riverside, Loma area, when you step out of your house, when you look up, you see these beautiful mountains surrounding you. 弟兄姐妹们，我们当中有许多的弟兄姐妹们是住在这个南加州，住在这个罗马琳达这个附近。当你就是把你的脚步呢从家里往屋子外面移动啊，你出来外面看一下的时候呢，你可以看得到这个高山啊。 So I like to suggest you that whenever you feel like you are stressed and anxious, especially you are living in this Loma Linda area, look up to this high mountain and look up to the sky and remember God has used this Bible text to encourage us that I lift up my eyes to the hills. Where does my help comes from? My help comes from the Lord who created the heavens and the earth. 因此，如果说你的生活当中呢，你感觉到一些有压力的时候呢，我要建议弟兄姐妹们，你可以到你的户外呢，抬头来看一下这个罗马林达附近的这些美丽的山上啊，你就可以想起来说，上帝创造这个大自然，也告诉我们这个圣经章节说，我要向山举目，我的帮助从何而来？我的帮助从造天地的耶和华而来。And not only shift our eye to the nature like a mountain, but there's a lot of the God's beautiful creature we can shift our eye to. 不单单是这个美丽的这个山啊，还有这个上帝所创造的许多美丽的动物呢，我们都可以就把我们的眼睛目标呢转移到那些事情上啊。Just this past few days ago, there's a couple in our church. They went to the church and do some of the gardening work. 那么在我们的教会呢，有一对夫妇啊，那么前几天呢，他们正好就是去教会呢，想要把那个花园呢，整理得更干净一点。And then they saw these geese the whole family try to walk to our church. 然后他们这对夫妻就看到说，有这个企鹅哈，有一对企鹅，还有他们的小孩子，这一家人，这个企鹅这一家人呢，他们想要走到我们这个教会来哈。And he is so humorous that he took the video and he put that, 然后呢，他就把这个录影带呢就拍好了之后呢，现在我们可以看他所拍的这个录影带。Let's take a look.
Live stream on YouTube every Sabbath at 11 a.m. Search for Loma Linda Chinese Church. Happy Sabbath.
So, brothers and sisters, I really want to thank this couple that they not only they are cleaning up our garden, but also he has made such a humorous video, because this video is actually helping me to shift away my stress to something more fun. Okay. 那么呢，我非常的感谢这一对夫妇，因为他们不单单是来帮忙教会把这个花园弄得更干净呢，他拍的这个录影带呢，使我能够把这个许多这个压力的这个焦点呢，转移到有趣的这个事情上面哈。So thus we should shift our focus to the Word of God and the nature. 因此，我们应当要把我们的注意力呢，转移到这个上帝的话语还有大自然上面哈。Mrs. White, in her book Steps to Christ, Chapter 1, in the beginning, she said, "Nature and revelation alike testify of God's love." 那么，在这个喜乐的前言第1章，华雅人师母说宇宙万物与圣经的启示都彰显了上帝的爱。So, brothers and sisters, if you are stressed out, you have some anxious issues, shift your focus to the nature and to the Word of God. 那么，如果说你有这个这些焦虑的事情的时候呢，愿我们都能够把这个我们的焦点转移到上帝所创造的大自然和这个他的话语哈。How I wish that Dr. Breen could have shifted her anxiety to the nature and God's love。你知道吗？我是多么的渴望这个Breen 医生他在自杀结束自己的生命之前呢，他能够停下来思考一下，把这个思想转移到上帝的话语，还有上帝的爱哈。You see, sometimes we are overwhelmed by the work。有的时候我们被这个忙碌的工作呢压迫的喘不过气来。And I believe that in her passion, she may really want to go back to work to rescue more people, and she can. And that's the reason why, she was so anxious, and eventually she killed herself. 你知道，她真的是很想要忙碌的呢，回去赶快再去救很多的病人，但是因为她的身体的情况，她没办法去工作。也许就是因为这样的这个焦虑呢，最后呢造成她自杀。But you know what? None of us need to become a hero like that. 但是弟兄姐妹们，我们都不需要成为一个英雄。Why? Because none of us can save all the people. Only God is the only one can save all of us. 因为我们没有一个人能够拯救所有的人，唯有上帝是可以拯救所有的人。God is the one who doesn't need to have any sleep. He doesn't even blink his eye. 上帝是不需要睡觉的那一位。上帝呢是不需要连眼睛都不眨一下的。So my second point I'd like to share with you is that we need to avoid all this negative information to overload our mind。那么第二点我要跟各位分享，就是说我们要就是不要使我们的脑筋里面呢充满太多这些负面的这个资讯啊。So if you remember the story in Numbers chapter 13, the Bible recorded that Moses sent 12 spies to explore the land of Canaan。如果您记得，在这个民数记13章里面呢，有记载到这个摩西呢就派了12个探子去窥探这个迦南地的这个故事哈。Moses told them that go around to spy the land to see what the land looks alike and whether the people live there are strong or weak, few or many。所以这个摩西就是告诉他们说呢，你们去窥探那些地呢，看住在里面的地居民呢是强的还是弱的，是多的是少的。And so after 40 days, they bring back the report to Moses。那么过了40天之后呢，这12个探子呢就把这个他们所去窥探的那个情报呢带回来给摩西啊。They say, well, the land is flowing with milk and honey. This is a good land. This is the fruit. 那他们就说这个他们去试探的去窥探那个地呢，真的是流奶与蜜之地，这个就是那个地的这个果子哈。So they showed huge grapes to Moses。他们就把这个很大一串的这个葡萄呢给这个摩西看啊。By then, everything was fine。在那个时候呢，一切都看起来还很好。But then, among the 12 spies, 10 of them begin to complain。然后这个12个探子当中呢，有10个人就开始在那边埋怨、发牢骚的。They say, the way how they see all these people there, the size of these people looks like a giant, and they seem to look like grasshoppers when they look at themselves。然后他们就说呢，在那边的地上的人呢，看起来都像是这个巨人一样的大，他们自己看起来呢，就像是一个小小的蚱蜢一样啊。So the words they said is like this: We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes。他们说，我们看自己就如蚱蜢一样。This is how exaggerating. This is such an exaggerating statement. 你们知道这个是非常夸张的一个讲法哈。Because the Bible says that the words these spies says is that they seem to be like giant and we seem to be like grasshopper, but this is not the actual size. It just only looks alike. 然后这个圣经里面讲说，这个探子他们所讲的呢，说我们看他们像是巨人，我们看自己就如蚱蜢，这个是看起来像是，这个不是真正的这个就是他们的这个大小哈。And so all this the bad report can contaminate the entire camp of the Israelite。然后你知道这个他们所讲的这个负面的话，可以传染给整个这个以色列人民哈。All these people, they got angry and they starting to quarrel with Moses and Aaron and say, why are you letting us die here? It's better for us to die in Egypt. Why don't we choose another leader and bring us back to Egypt? 所以他们就开始跟这个摩西跟亚伦开始吵。他们说：我们死在这里，不是很惨吗？我们不如死在埃及，不是更好吗？我们应该立这个新的领袖，带我们回去。Brothers and sisters, can you imagine? It's about like 2 million people that started to quarrel with Moses and Aaron all the same time. 你们可以想象说，这个200多万个人同时开始跟这个摩西跟亚伦争吵。Can you take it if you are the leader? 如果你是这个领袖，你受得了吗？ And you know, at the end, God says, all these spies, the 10 spies, including all these people who quarrel with me, all the people, the ages above the 20, none of them can enter the promised land. They all have to die. 那么呢，最后上帝就说除了这个迦勒跟约书亚，就是这12个探子当中的2个人是正面的其他所有的负面的这些10个探子，包括这些20岁以上的人呢，都不能够进去这个应许之地。Brothers and sisters, what all these 10 spies among the 12, what they have forgotten is that how God has performed miracles one after another to save the Israelites before they explore the land. 那么这个12个探子当中，这10个人呢，他们所忘记的呢，就说是他们忘记了上帝怎么个拯救以色列人所进行的这么多的这些神迹奇事。They've forgotten how God had sent the 10 plagues to the Egyptians. 他们忘记说上帝把这个10个大灾难呢降灾给这个埃及人。They forgot that God has opened the Red Sea for them to walk through. 他们忘记了上帝把这个红海打开之后呢，让他们走过去。And they even forgot that, when they need to drink the water, God has changed the bitter water to the sweet water so that they can drink. 他们也忘记说上帝把这个苦的水呢变成是甜的，使他们可以喝。They forgot, that when they are walking in the desert, they have the pillar of cloud and the fire. The pillar of fire in the day and the night to watch over them, to protect them. 他们也忘记说，当他们在沙漠当中走路的时候呢，白天有这个云柱，晚上有这个火柱呢，一直在那里保护着他们。Because they are overwhelmed by the negative information. 因为他们被这个负面的这个信息呢，使自己呢整个这个压力都承受不了。They say things very exaggerating. They say, "We look like grasshoppers. They are the giant." 他们说我们像是蚱蜢，他们像是巨人。You know, brothers and sisters, this COVID-19 is not like a giant. 各位弟兄姐妹们，你知道这个新冠肺炎呢不是巨人 ，and we are not grasshoppers. 我们也不是说这个蚱蜢。It's not like this giant is stepping over, and then we die. 不是说这个巨人来把我们踩一脚呢，我们就死了。Look at this, the city in China, the first city had this COVID-19, Wuhan. Right now, they stopped the lockdown. The cities reopen again. 我们看一看，好像就是在中国的这个武汉城市呢，是第一个有这个新冠肺炎的城市呢，他们现在已经解封了。So we need to avoid all this negative information overloading our mind. 所以我们必须要让我们的脑筋呢，不要让我们的脑筋充满这么多这些负面的这个资讯。And my last point today is that in the midst of all disappointment and discouragement, we need to continue to keep up the faith. 我们最后一点呢，就是当我们在这个失望的当中呢，我们需要不断的保持我们的这个信心。10 years ago, in 2010, in the month of August, in the country of Chile, there's a copper mine workers, 33 workers working under the ground. They try to dig all this copper. 那么在这个智利呢，10年前呢，8月的时候呢，在这个一个铜矿工呢，有这个33个工人在这个矿场里面呢，在那边做事情。And suddenly the accident happened, and all these 33 workers, they were trapped under the ground 2,300 feet. 突然间，这个矿场这个塌下来呢， 是这个整个33个这个工人在这个地底下2300尺底下呢，都被活埋在那里面啊。And in the beginning, all these rescue teams they tried to find them, they couldn't find them. 那刚刚开始的时候呢，整个这个救难队伍呢要来找他们呢，都找不到。But miraculously, 17 days later, which is August 22nd, they learned that all these 33 workers they're still alive under the ground. 然后呢，他们很惊讶的，在17天之后，也就是在8月22号呢，他们发现说33名矿工在地底下呢仍然存活着啊。How they survived? They were eating the emergency food every other day. 他们怎么个生存下来呢？他们就是每隔一天，他们吃这个紧急用的食物哈。And then they drink the waters from the spring under the ground. 然后他们喝这个地底下的水哈。So that they were able to still survive that 17 days. 他们这个17天的在地底下呢，仍然能够继续不断的生活。You know, this is a miracle. 这是一个奇迹啊！这真的是一个奇迹啊！ And so the rescue team from the Chilean government, they estimated that the rescue may need to take at least 120 days. 所以那个这个智利的这个政府哈。他们当时呢就在估计说，他们开始要采取这个救难行动呢，差不多至少要120天左右哈。Why they have to take 120 so many days? Because when people are trapped under the ground, you cannot suddenly dig a big hole. 因为当你在这个地底下的时候，他们不能够马上挖一个很大的洞来救他们。Because in the process of digging, you may continue to make all these like all this mud and earth continuing to collapse. 因为你在挖掘的这个过程当中呢，你可能会让里面的土呢更加的往下面给它踏下去啊。So that they have to carefully dig little by little. 所以他们必须要非常小心的一点一点的来挖啊。And that's the reason why it takes 120 days. 因为要这样子很小心的挖呢，所以他们才给他们估计说是差不多120天。Plus, you see.The first 17 days they have not found them, so altogether they're estimating they might be in the underground for 137 days. 那再加上头17天他们没有找到他们呢，这个17加120加起来，他们估计他们可能在地下呢至少还要待137天也说不定啊。So then, you know, the rescue team they dig a small tunnel.dig a small tunnel so that they can pass the food through the tunnel. 所以后来这个救难队呢，在地上挖了一个很小的洞啊，使他们能够把很简单的食物呢，透过这个小洞，把这个食物呢，就输送给这些矿工们。You know the kind of the food they eat. It's just like those people on the astronaut in the space. You know they eat. 他们所吃的食物呢，就好像是这个太空人在这个太空舱里面呢所吃的食物一样啊。It's just like you know this the toothpaste. They have to squeeze to be able to suck and to eat the food. 他们必须要像是牙膏一样的这个食物呢，给它用挤的方式来去吃啊。And you know, the president of Chile, Chilean president Pinella, he frequently go to the site, encourage them. 然后这个智利总统皮内拉呢，就一直去这个现场呢，去安慰他们。And nearby this coal mine, there is like a Seventh Adventist pastor. There's a church nearby there. So as Adventist pastor, Pastor Diaz, every single day he go to the site and he deliver the message to the workers to encourage them. 然后这个安息日会的这个牧师迪亚兹牧师呢，因为他们的教会就在这个旁边，他每一天都去这个现场呢，把这些上帝的话语这个信息呢赐给他们哈。So to make the story short, in the month of October 15, after 70 days, all 33 workers were rescued. 然后长话短说呢，就是在10月15号70天过了之后呢，所有这个33名矿工呢都被救出来了啊。How were they survived? 他们怎么个存活下来呢？ Eating the simple food. 他们吃很简单的食物啊。They encourage each other. 然后这个33名矿工在里面呢，彼此互相用鼓励的安慰、鼓励的话语呢，彼此安慰啊。They received the Bible message from the Adventist pastor every day。每一天这个安息日会的牧师呢，都有给他们这个圣经的话语啊。And then every day there's 100,000 of the people, the whole nations of Chile is actually praying for them。还有就是整个这个智利这个国家呢，都在为他们祷告啊。And then they are able to dig the sides of the tunnel that can let this like the capsule to go through, bring to the underground, so that they can rescue them one by one。最后他们有办法把这个洞呢挖到使这个救生艇这个凤凰号救生艇能够下去，他们就一个一个把他们给救上来。And when they come out of the ground, President Pinera just hug each one of them at the site。然后当时这个他们从这个地上被救出来之后呢，智利的总统皮内拉呢就一个一个给他们拥抱，这样子哈。And you know, when I think about this incident in Chile to compare with our lockdown situation， 当我想到就是这个矿工们他们在地下，还有我们现在这个在这个加州的这个居家避难哈。I remember this California lockdown was officially announced in March 20。 我记得这个我们加州的这个避难呢，居家避难其实是3月20号那一天呢正式开始的。I remember this day particularly because that was my son Andrew's birthday。 我非常的记得这一天3月20号，就是因为这一天正好是我儿子 Andrew 他的这个生日哈。I want to thank him for helping me for this live stream and even accompany the piano for 慧玲 and Anna this morning。 我也要非常的感谢他，不单单是帮我这个现场直播呢，他今天早上这个我女儿恩娜还有我太太这个慧玲呢，他们这个开会师呢，他也在帮忙伴奏这个钢琴哈。Anyway, so starting from that March 20 up to today, April 2nd, I calculated it's 44 days now。 我把这个从3月20号到4月2号这些天数全部算起来呢，刚刚好是44天了。So how about if I like to compare this our lockdown situation with those people in Chile? They were trapped under the ground for so many days. Let us compare their life。 让我们能够把这个我们目前在家里的避难，跟在这个智利的这些矿场们的他们的生活呢，我来做一个比较哈。You see, when they were under the ground, they are living in the darkness every single day。 当他们在这个矿场的这个被地底下被埋在下面的时候呢，他们是黑暗当中啊。And they don't have a family member to spend with them. What about us? We have our living room, and we have this like open living room space, and we can have our family member to accompany us。 那么我们呢，我们现在在居家隔离呢，我们是在自己的家里的客厅呢，我们还有自己家里人跟我们同在。这些当时的这些矿工们是没有家人陪他们的。Those mine workers, they have no family accompany them. What about the activity that they can have? 那么他们当时的活动又是怎么样呢？ When they were trapped under the ground, they don't have any activity. The only thing they can do is to wait. 那么呢，我们现在在居家呢，这个避难的时候呢，我们的活动是怎么样呢？跟他们比起来呢，他们只是等待。我们还可以在家里附近可以散步哈。For us, we can even walk in the neighborhood. You can even walk with your dog in the neighborhood. 你甚至可以花时间跟你的狗在附近这个散步哈。What about the communication? 那么这个跟外面的世界的联络呢？ I believe that the first 17 days they have no communication from people above the ground at all。 我相信说，在他们头17天当中呢，就是还没有被发现之前呢，他们跟地上是完全没有音讯的啊。But what about us? We have this computer and cell phone. You can contact with people from different part of the world. 我们在这边，我们有电脑这个视频，我们可以用这个手机啊，你可以跟全世界的人联络。You can use the Zoom to have a class. You can contact with anyone. 你可以用这个电脑的视频呢，跟任何一个人联络。But I believe that even after those mine workers, they were able to have some phone line connection. I believe their connection with people above the ground are limited. Not all 33 of them can talk all day long. 我相信就是这些智利的矿工们呢，他们就算是后来有这个电话线可以通到下面去呢，他们也顶多只是 几个人可以讲话，不可能说是33个人呢整天就可以跟别人讲话的哈。What about the food they eat？ 那么他们吃的食物又怎么样呢？ Every single day they were just eating a very simple meal。 每一天他们吃的食物是非常简单的食物。 What about us？ We can even spend time to cook with our children, our family member。 那么我们呢？我们现在在这个地上呢，我们在这个居家隔离，我们还可以在家里有这个厨房，可以跟孩子们一起煮饭哈。So if some people are complaining that we cannot go to eat in the restaurant, I think we've been complaining too much。 所以如果说有一些人认为说我不能够去餐厅吃饭，我觉得我们这个不能够去餐厅吃饭的人，这种抱怨呢，可能我觉得您抱怨的可能太多了一点哈。And think about all these things that they have done. They live in simple food. They eat simple food. They have the word of encouragement. They have the Bible message. They have prayers. All these are the things help them to survive. 那么呢，这些矿工们他们是怎么个存活下来呢？靠吃简单的食物、圣经的话语，还有鼓励的话语，还有祷告这些啊。And when they come up to the ground, President Pineda was with them. Okay, and it's the same thing as of Jesus is with us every day. 那么呢，就像是这个皮涅拉总统智利的总统，在他们就是被救上来的时候呢，在地上跟他们拥抱一样呢，总统一直与他们同在。我们的耶稣也跟我们每一位一直都同在。So every single day, day after day, day by day, all these workers in the mine workers under the ground, they have to continue to trust in God in every day in their life. 那么这些在这个矿工厂里面的这些弟兄姐妹们，他们每一天都可以继续不断的在那里信靠上帝。Although they did not know that how many days it will take this rescue team to finish the task, rescuing every single one of them. They just have to continue to put their trust in God day by day. 然后呢，他们每一天的生活当中呢，都必须要在他们的这个黑暗的世界里面呢，继续不断的每一天继续不断的信靠上帝。So brothers and sisters, in the same way, if you are stressed out, if you feel anxious, I'd like you to remember the story of how the Chileans, the mine workers, they were underground and they were able to endure for 70 days. 如果说弟兄姐妹们当中如果说您觉得说你的情绪上已经感觉到有这个焦虑的话呢，我希望你们能够想起来智利的矿工们他们的故事。You see, they were under the ground for 70 days. 他们在地底下呢70天。Right now, we are above the ground, but at home 44 days. 我们现在呢，在这个地上呢，居家避难是44天。Although we don't know how soon this will end, but let us continue to trust in God day by day. 所以我们虽然是不知道这样的这个居家避难呢，到底是什么时候会结束，但是让我们继续不断的每一天都来信靠上帝。And finally, I just like to summarize my 3 points of my sermon for you today. 最后呢，我要在这边跟各位把我的3个重点呢总结一下Number 1, shift our focus away from the anxious things. 第一点，我们应当从焦虑的事情上把我们的视线给转移Number 2, avoid the negative information overloaded in our mind. 第二点呢，不要使我们的脑子里面充满太多负面的资讯。Yes, it is important for us to watch the TV news, but don't hanging on all this negative information all day long. 是的，我们是需要去知道一下，就说是外面发生什么事情，我们需要看一些新闻，但是不要让我们的脑子里面呢充满这些所有的这些负面的这个资讯And finally, keep up the faith in our discouragement. 那么呢，最后一点就是就算是要在失望当中呢，我们也要继续的保持我们的信心。Dear brothers and sisters, the same God who was with the Chilean mine workers 10 years ago is also the same God who is with us today. 弟兄姐妹们，10年前与那些智利的矿工们同在的上帝，今天仍然继续的与我们同在。So let us keep such a faith day by day. 所以让我们每一天不断的来保持一样的信心啊。Finally, we're going to have our closing hymn, and we're going to have a closing hymn by Anna Chang. 最后呢，我们会有这个张恩娜来为我们唱我们的这个善会诗。
Each passing moment, strength I find to meet my trials here. Trusting in my Father's wise bestowment, I've no cause for worry or for fear. He whose heart is kind beyond all measure, gives unto each day what he deems best. Lovingly as part of pain and pleasure, mingling toil with peace and rest. Every day the Lord himself is near me, with a special mercy for each hour. All my cares he fain would bear and cheer me, he whose name is Counselor and Power. The protection of his child and treasure is a child that on himself he laid. As your days, your strength shall be in measure, this the pledge to me he made. Help me then in every tribulation, so to trust thy promises, O Lord, that I lose not faith through consolation offered me within thy holy word. Help me, Lord, when toil and trouble meeting, here to take and struggle with others' hand. One by one, the days of moments fleeting, till I reach the promised land.
谢谢弟兄姐妹来观赏我们今天的现场直播。I wanna thank brother and sister to watch our live stream today. 如果你愿意的话呢，你可以把这个现场直播呢转送给别的弟兄姐妹们，使他们也能够去看，使他们不会有过着一个焦虑的这个生活哈。If you wish, I'd like to invite you to also share this the live stream through the YouTube to share with others, so that other friends can also live with anxious free. 让我们低头来祷告。Let us bow our head to pray. 天父上帝，我们感谢主与我们同在。今天早上你的话语告诉我们说，我们可以把我们的视线从这个焦虑的事情转移到上帝还有大自然，使我们能够把脑筋里面呢充满许多的这个信心，而不充满太多这些负面的资讯。And you can help us and lead us, so that we can keep up the good faith, that we can have the Word of God in our mind, that we don't need to be overloaded by all these negative informations. 愿主继续带领我们。May the Lord God continue to bless us. In the name of Jesus, we pray. 奉耶稣圣名，我们祷告。阿门。So, like to, brothers and sisters, if your time is available, like to encourage you to watch Pastor Kasa's the English message starting from 12 o'clock. 如果您有时间的话呢，也欢迎您来收看卡萨牧师所这个播放的英语的节目。谢谢。